way to do it is kind of like, check them out, count their steps, maybe do some video, count out the steps where they are now. Almost anybody can benefit from a little higher cadence. So during the regular running, maybe shoot for up to 10% higher. So if they're at 160, let's say, if you want to shoot for 10% higher, you don't go for 170 or 180 right away, but just go for a little bit higher there for a little bit. And you don't have to do that the whole training session either. Work on that in certain parts. And then for this one here, they could just kind of set a cadence on their timer and find something that's challenging for them, and then go just a little bit above that. Let's go 3 beats over that and try to keep up with that while keeping a good form. Now the bridge. Power, hip strength, hip extension, so there's more range of motion, and core. Single leg is what you're shooting for. You're also looking for good hip extension. That Luke is doing really well here. I'd like to critique him, but that's now I cannot follow on that. It's getting that hip up nice and high there. So it's his thigh and his upper body really becomes in one line there, and maybe go past that a little bit even. So as you're doing this, if you're having good performance, you're stretching those quad muscles over the top, and you're stretching those hip flexors in the front here. If your runner cannot quite get through that, see if they can do it on 2 legs. They may be able to make it there. If they cannot make that, maybe drop their knees out a little bit, and then they can work it. But then they work towards getting their knees in, and then work towards one leg. Another progression that you see here, he started off with his legs down, with his arms down, so he can push off a little bit there to get his core fired up. And then the next one, he's kind of reaches out like that, makes things a little bit more challenging. Very important in this, you see how close he's got his heel to his butt there. That's an important one. If you bring your leg out a little further, chances of cramping up increase significantly. If there's some cramping starting, you're done for that day. Don't keep going. It's just going to keep on cramping there. So, what this addresses is getting those glutes going. Get those glutes stronger, so the hamstrings don't work quite as hard. Sprinters, long distance runners, all human beings can really benefit from that. And I try to, as much as possible, make this something where you don't need any equipment, so you can just do it. This one needs a lot of equipment, but you could just use the stairs on it. It's called quiet jumps. So that's where the absorption comes in. Right down the foot is the ground. We're training that a little bit. So we often on the treadmill have them run, and think about quiet feet, so they don't land too hard there. So impact absorption, stability. Starting off with 2 legs. This is purposefully poor performance. His knees are falling in there, and that's a common thing to look for when they come and see this happening here. It's not subtle, and then he follows it up with the correct performance. Then 1-legged. Some amazing acting skills. Knee drops in a little bit. Correct performance, almost. There you go. Improves with time.
So the incorrect performance, if you just keep doing these moves, the stability will come in. I mean, so as you see that, you try to work on it, but they're going to have inherent weakness as we keep going. They're going to progress to this.
Well, by repeatedly allowing this to happen, you're not going to get stronger. Ideally, you do some 1-legged hopping there. So if you see that one and the knee goes in, then you go to two-legged. And then really say, okay, focus on that. And make jumps smaller. Don't jump quite as far, don't jump quite as high. So you can progress this in so many ways. You can go faster, you can go higher, you can go longer, you can go from two legs, you can go to one leg.
Would it help or hurt to have, if they had like a ball there squeezing in between their knees and doing that at the same time?
Hurt.
Okay.
What we would opt for an elastic band around the knees.
So
for
you
that.
need the pulling apart rather
Yep.
than the pushing,
Yep.
okay.
So then they have something to work again. Just give them, doesn't have to be a ton of resistance, but just something to tell them like that's where you want that knee to go. Yeah, that is an exercise. I've seen it a lot, and I've never understood it. But putting the ball between the knees, it just holds it there. It's like a spacer that people put between the big toes, but it makes it look better, but it doesn't do a thing. So that was on flat. Then you progress to jumping down a box. Same thing, not so subtle. And then you work to just kind of getting that more straight. It's not my favorite exercise to do. It's very unsatisfying to jump down. But it is, if you have somebody that you see kind of the knees knocking in, then it's definitely a good one. Myself, I prefer to do more flat and progress to one leg as quickly as possible, and just kind of skip across the hallway. It's a little bit more fun and a little less impact. You don't want to do this one too fatigued.
Well, that's what I'm saying, younger, weaker athletes, this can really
Yeah.
hurt them.
So if you do this one till keep doing this one till you're tired, they get flared up before they get tired. So I prefer the flat one, and this can go on to one-legged as well, one-legged or two-legged off the box.
Is the quiet part of that meaning their feet are supposed to not make a lot of noise?
Yeah, like this versus like so exactly. So they kind of listen to what they the noise that they make. Here's another one. I like this one a lot. Skate jumps. So create some power, lateral hip strength or this side hip strength, and that balance and stability there. He's moving a little gingerly, that could be a little bigger, could be tall, it could be higher, could be further. You can vary this by having a little balance moment in there, or by keep going back and forth faster there. I kind of like the balance moment first. He's got an issue with his left hip there, and we just realized that looking at his exercises. So we're going to have to take a peek at that. Let's see how he's doing much better on his right than on his left. He's always kind of moving his shoulder over there. We're not perfect. But again, so this is, even though running, I think we're going straight ahead, but it really pays off to strengthen those lateral movements as well. Okay. Planks. So, nothing new, but what we're adding in here is a little bit of one-legged activity there. So this, obviously the speed isn't there from running, but there's good core strength, and there's a one-legged component there. So, and however long you would do a plank, holding it for a minute, holding it for 30 seconds, you can do that, but make it a little bit more dynamic there. And the other benefit of this here is that we're dissociating, meaning we're dissociating the leg from the trunk. So, and again, he does a little bit better job lifting his. We'll go back here. You guys can critique him here, he's not here. Right now he's balancing on his right leg and lifting his left leg. Oh, there you go. So he's balancing on his right leg, lifting his left leg. That looks pretty darn good, I think. So leg is moving independently, so this is a button exercise more than anything. And then he moved on to his balancing on his left leg. And then all of a sudden there's a lot more movement in his low back here. So his stability on his left hip is not as good. Do you kind of see that? How he's kind of torquing his body there, so. Alright, so that's a prone plank.
What's the fix for something like that? Just awareness and repetition with that?
Well, yeah, so that is, I mean, if he would continue doing that one on his own, yeah, being aware of trying to be straight, kind of working on that, it can help. Sometimes helps to really put our hands on somebody and say, okay, hold it right there. Even if he would continue doing this exercise, I think he would benefit from that one. It's a little different from when you're jumping and the knee just kind of keeps going in there, so keep doing that and it will get better at once. And you're overloading something. Here, the impact isn't there, so I'm not too worried about that. So then the side plank, and again, I cannot stress enough that the strength of the outside of the hips is so important for runners, because of every step that leg wants to go in. So here's a good one to try. Down, do a plank on 2 legs, side plank on 2 legs, which is, commonly done. Then lifting the outside leg, changes it up completely. So go up there, lift the leg 5 times in a row, 3 or 5 times in a row, makes it a whole different activity. Because right now, this hip has to do all the work. When you have both feet stacked, the inside of the top leg is working and the outside of the bottom leg is working. So big change there. All right. And then finally, I got it in there a little bit as well. So we got it all. Okay. There's a little bit more explosiveness coming in there. It's a reverse lunge. So explosive power, hip strength, hip stability. You can do this on the step or not, but so quickly raising the leg, boom, coming up, boom, coming up. Keeping my body nice and tight. Try not to wobble too much there. Don't hunch down too much. And then you can do it with the foot flat. Or if you add a little toe raise to it, you can be more explosive there. Kind of get that forward drive there. Or you can even take it to a jump there on that box.
You're increasing stability if you're out of a shoe.
Luke was supposed to shoot this video, and I shot this one yesterday, and I did have my running shoes. So I was not. So that's what happened there. The most observant one ever here. But yeah, so that's. But you can argue for doing it with the shoe or without the shoe. Absolutely. It's another tweak, and it may make it a little tougher on the stability there. But really like this exercise. Do it on a step here, but you can do that without a step as well. You can just do it on flat and do it on skips. You can even kind of skip across the room as you're doing that. So that's our 6 or 7 pack there. Really would like to try it out on your own. I see, actually, this is my time, I think. So try to do them at home. If you want to hang, I'm not sure if you're moving on to the next session. I'm happy to kind of go in the gym and try some with you guys, but if you want to move on to the next thing, that's fine too. But anyway, try them, kind of experience them. You'll see that some of them are really quite a bit more difficult than they look over there. And I encourage you to have your students try them, because I think it really can make a difference for them. All right, so that's all. Hope it will help.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't leave anything. I will send you all this email here. I do have a couple of business cards, if you are, if you ever want to contact me, if you want to email Luke, it's the same email address, and it's just Lucas at WV Physical Therapy. You got one already. There you go.
Thank you.
If there's something that you're interested in, I'd like to know more about it. What is your perspective on that? We love talking running and runners. So don't be shy, just send us an email, give me a call. See if there's anything I can do. Does anybody going to stick around and do a couple exercises, or are you going to move?
Another session we have to go.
5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been starting to do single leg squats with a slightly balancing them to focus on, sort of, for stability's sake. Is there merit to that?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, so, we would partner up and holding my back leg and we're focusing on, carving out the same space.
Yeah.
Down is up.
Because oftentimes you do it like this there,
Yes.
or having the back foot on an exercise ball.
Right.
So having the partners just kind of holding your leg like that, or?
And going down with it, I mean, just for general stability, but you're doing whatever, 99% of the work.
Yep. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, and another one, this is actually, you didn't make it in this video here, but I like this foot scraping exercise. You start like that, and you kind of kick the leg back, and you keep your body straight, like that.
And you're kicking the skateboard behind you.
And you kind of, so you're kind of training that